Aloha, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Master Paul, and it is my honor to be with you here today. Today is Tuesday. I believe it's the 10th day of the month. I should probably get better at checking the calendars for these kinds of things. But I'm very grateful that you've joined me today. Today is going to be a very healing and rejuvenating day. Today you will learn a new mantra for healing and rejuvenation. You will learn a mantra that will give you both energy and potentially reverse aging if you do it often enough. We will incorporate the 4 powers as we do this mantra, and the purpose of this is to help heal and rejuvenate every aspect of our life. These teachings on ancient mantras and wisdom has been brought forth to humanity through an amazing universal servant, and his name is Dr. Master Sha. I'm happy to announce that I am a worldwide representative of this beautiful soul servant, because he has dedicated his life to serve humanity, to teach humanity about love, peace and harmony, to teach humanity how to heal themselves. And so there are a great deal of benefits that come with a being that has this kind of wisdom. And so I'm very grateful for this opportunity to connect you to some of the teachings that Dr. Master Sha brings to humanity. Yesterday we focused on a general overview of the nature of how energy gathers into our lower abdominal area called the zhong, Z-H-O-N-G. It's called a zhong. And that's a Mandarin Chinese word that means core. I touched on 4 or 5 major sacred energy points and indicated the basic location of them and how they can serve you. And then we actually did a practice for the lower dantian, which is the second soul house, or also known as the second chakra. And that practice created a lot of heat and warmth in everybody that responded. And for those that do a practice of that nature every day, it's much more difficult for illness to take effect. They will have stronger and longer energy throughout the day. The need for caffeine will diminish, and overall they will feel a lot better. For those that have swaying emotions, or emotions tend to move them a lot, doing a practice of this nature every day, it literally could change your entire emotional life. For those that find themselves very mental, very difficult to quiet the mind. Maybe they have sleeping concerns because their mind's so busy. That's imbalances of the energetic body, in which, kind of like a reverse pyramid, not enough power down here and all this heaviness up here. And so a pyramid actually should have the weight on the bottom, and at the top sharp and peak. That's how the human body's energy should be, also sharp at the top and grounded and strong base at the bottom. And so when we practice the energy practices that we're going to be doing this week, including the one that we did yesterday for the lower dantian, second soul house, also known as the second chakra, then especially if you do that practice every day, 10 to 15 minutes every day, you place your mind down there, you bring in the light energy down there, you call all the souls to assist, and you do the practice, you could notice a big shift in your physical power and strength and immunity, vitality. You definitely notice a shift in the groundedness of your emotions. You will notice that you're not in your mind so much, and that if you want to quiet your mind more, sleep better, do more meditation or better meditation, this practice will help you in all of those accounts. And by boosting power to the lower abdomen, lower dantian, you're in essence bringing balance to the entire part of the lower part of your body. Now there are other energy centers we'll talk about throughout the course of this week, but that's a recapitulation of what we did yesterday. And so I want to stop for a moment and acknowledge all those that are joining me right now. So welcome Amy Manago, welcome Michelle, good to see you both, welcome Dana and Carol. Welcome Kristen Strachan, welcome Kristen Rojas, welcome CJ. And welcome Ali. Welcome Shari. It's good to see you, Stephanie. Aloha Becky. Aloha Joanne. Woohoo, I made it. Welcome Ben and Dean Willis. And welcome Linda Jansen. Silky, good to see you. Silky, always staying up late, coming in from the other side of the world. Welcome Teresa. And Patrice, good to see you as well, Patrice. Welcome Carol. And Ilona. And Loveness. Great to see you all. If anybody else is tuned in, I haven't acknowledged you, please forgive me. So today, while I was preparing, there's certain information that simply cannot be shared unless you attend a Tao retreat with Dr. and Master Sha. You may be aware of it, and even if you are aware of it, I still cannot teach it because I am not a certified Tao teacher. Now Tao, just for those of you that might be new or wondering what is the Tao, Tao is a way. It is following nature's way. The Tao is waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night. The Tao is eating when you're hungry and not eating when you're not hungry. The Tao is not going out in the freezing cold wearing shorts and thinking you're not going to get sick or get a cold or freeze to death. So following the Tao is following common sense, following nature's way. There is a path all the way to completing this entire life soul process, and that is by following nature's way. When we think we are 100% sure of something, this is the absolute, there is nothing else, well, then that's not following the Tao, because there are 48,000 ways to reach your way back to creation. So that must mean that there is no one way. That must mean that there are many possibilities. That's why we need to always have an open, conscious, compassionate heart for wherever anybody is at in their soul journey. That person might be trying to convince you as they're knocking on your door that their path to Christ or their path is the only way or the best way. And you want to honor them because that's where they're at. And if that resonates with you, then you should absolutely go down that path. But if any point in time, any path you're following does not resonate with you, it's probably because either A, you're being tested, or B, your soul's trying to tell you there is a different way that might move our soul journey forward. Either way, you honor where you're at, you honor where everybody else is at. You don't say anything negative about their belief systems, and if they say anything negative about yours, you say, I love you, I appreciate you, I thank you for sharing your perspective. I honor that you're concerned about my health and well-being, and I honor your perspective. Please honor mine, because this is what's best for me in my soul journey, and this is what's best for you in your soul journey. And in this way, any teachings that is shared, whether they have the label of Tao or Confucianism or Judaism or Christianity or whatever it is that's being taught, you can always see the highest love inside of it. But it requires an open mind for that to occur. And so whenever I use the word Tao, I am not talking about Taoism, which is what some people associate it with. I'm talking about a natural path and process that has worked for others and has the potential to work for you if it resonates with you. And so that's what some of the teachings will come from today, is out of Dr. Master Sha's book. Because I'm not a certified Tao teacher, I'm going to be reading from his book and doing practices from his book. So for those of you that might be a little newer, Dr. Master Sha is a well-educated being. He is certified as a medical doctor in both American and Western medicine, world-class acupuncturist. He serves some of the most dignitary officials of the world in very big countries. He was recently given a Professor of Calligraphy award, which is exceedingly hard to get, for creating a new form of calligraphy. You see one behind me here. This is called Ling Guang, which means soul light. And as a dedicated servant to humanity, Dr. Master Sha has slowly been elevated in his ability to serve, including the ability to transfer healing into people, objects, and things. So many of Master Sha students are actual healers. We weren't before. We receive a transmission, we turn the transmission on, offer a blessing. As long as our ego is not involved, the healing is very often very, very significant. It can make a dramatic shift in a person's life. And that's the power of working with a universal servant that's dedicated to heal humanity and takes no credit for the blessings. He, for me, is probably the biggest representation that there really is a God. I've opened my spiritual channels the last 10 years and have been on a spiritual path since the age of 18. And along that spiritual path met many teachers, went through many different modalities, all serving me in my soul journey. And I spiraled upward until I got to what I felt was a teacher that could take me to the next level. And I will follow this being and his teachings and wisdom until such time as it no longer resonates with me, or until such time as I feel maybe this person's got an ego or something. Maybe they're not after my best interest. But as far as I can tell, this being is ego-free and is dedicated to serve humanity, and I appreciate that. So I'm willing to share the wisdom that he's brought into my life because it's made significant shift in my life. I'm honored to say that I am a worldwide representative of Dr. and Master Sha. And he has over 20 books, 10 of which have reached New York Times bestseller. Now that's not an easy feat to accomplish, and there's a reason why. There will be always good things and bad things said about anybody that has a very high profile. So I encourage you to follow your soul. If it resonates with you, if it brings healing to you, it's probably good stuff. If it doesn't resonate with you, great, find something that does. Dr. and Master Sha recently worked with a student called Dr. Rulin Xu. And she is a physicist. She is very educated, trained in one of the most advanced schools in China, exceedingly intelligent woman. And then she trained at Berkeley in higher layers of physicists. She's consulted and had conversations with some of the highest physicists on the planet, including one known as Irving Laszlo, which if anybody studied any forms of science, that name is very big. Irving Laszlo is a huge name in physics. And he wrote the foreword to this book. He basically said that Master Sha and Dr. Rulin Xu have the most advanced physics information on the planet today. And she is going around the world teaching this wisdom. And what in essence she's doing is she's taken Dr. Master Sha's soul-based wisdom, and she's trying to link science and religious belief systems. She's trying to teach them that they're connected, that they're not one or the other, that there is a balance between them. In order for that to occur, there needs to be an actual equation. There needs to be an actual physics equation, you know. I don't even know what Einstein's thing is. E plus m equals c over squared. I have no clue what his is. But it's an equation. And what does it define? It defines the laws of the universe. Well, there is the holy grail of the physics, which is one law that defines everything. Okay, and the word I'm looking for is grand unification. So the title to this book is Soul, Mind, Body, Science, and then it says grand unification theory and practice. It hasn't been proven or accepted by, you know, the 1,000 or so physicists that all say, okay, I'm in. So it's called a theory, but it's called grand unification theory and practice for healing, rejuvenation, longevity, and, listen to this word, immortality. How many conversations have you ever had with anybody about immortality? Living forever, done. You never die, you don't have to worry about eating. People who live forever, they don't eat. Are you kidding me? They don't eat. They eat manna, they eat heaven's nectar. Okay, they have no reason for food or anything. They just live. They're pure light beings. So there is a pathway to that. And one of the unique things about Dr. and Master Sha is he doesn't, and some of this might strike some of you a little bit odd, but he takes no claim to anything that's in any of his books. This is all wisdom. He's a divine channel, vehicle, and servant. Divine channel, vehicle, and servant means you speak whatever words come to you from the divine. A vehicle and servant means you do God's work. He didn't coin that phrase. He was just doing his job, healing humanity, teaching Qigong. He was getting trained from the spiritual world, and he's clear. I'm clearing blockages in the phone and the wireless signal right now, so give me just a second. the frequency is very, very high. The information that I'm sharing is so high that I'm going to have to repeat it, because as you saw, it slowed down. So I'll go back and repeat. As a spiritual being training under Tai Chi masters, Qigong masters, Feng Shui masters, I Ching masters, the highest impossible in China, he trained under all of the most well-renowned ones, and several of the ones no one ever hears about. They live in the mountains, and those are the ones that they do the things you don't believe are possible, possibly walking on water, possibly disappearing. He's never said those things to me. I don't know if he actually trained underneath those specific kind of masters, but I truly believe there exist, and I know the level of this being, and I know the level of the other masters he trained under, so it's very possible he's trained under those level of masters as well. In any case, that gives you a little background. An exceedingly intelligent man that's trained under very high level beings in very high level disciplines in China, and he has a very wide open third eye, and he has communication with spiritual world. And about 15 years ago, the divine came to him and he said, Master Sha, you have done so much to serve humanity. You're dedicated, you're ego-free. I want you to be a vehicle, servant, and channel. I would like to teach you how to awaken humanity to their soul, so that they can understand that there's a reason why some things are good and why sometimes they're suffering. So that if they serve each other equally with love and peace and harmony, then humanity can return. And along the way, I'm going to give you different teachings so that religion and science can come together, so that all forms of belief systems can become one instead of separative. And so he takes no credit for anything that comes through any of his books. But you got to ask yourself, how is it that 10 of these books make it to New York Times bestsellers if there wasn't something in there that resonates with people's hearts? Kind of hard to do unless there's information in there that people just resonate with. And it's very clear that he did not write the books, because I sat there and watched him in events, and he's reading his own book, and he'll come across a word and he'll go, Master Cynthia, what does this word mean? He doesn't even know how to pronounce it or what it means. But he wrote it, which means that the information came through him. And so it's very, very, very high level teachings and wisdom. Today we're going to be chanting a mantra that is related to the new teachings that came through this book. And again, what's the title? Grand Unification Theory and Practice for Healing, Rejuvenation, Longevity, and Immortality. That's a mouthful. So the basic teachings are Tao is a word that represents original creation. From original creation, Tao is oneness. Everything is oneness. Okay? You don't have to stick with the word Tao, but for understanding purposes in the way he's written in his book, this is the basic teaching. Tao is one. From one becomes two. What is two? Two is yin and yang. Two is heaven and earth. Two is mother and father. From one becomes two. Heaven and earth create a baby. Who's the baby? Human. Okay? So one becomes two, two creates a third one. We are the product of a birth, of heaven and mother earth, of yin and yang. In this experience we call life, we are going through a process of returning back to the Creator. And there are 48,000 paths to return back to the Creator. Follow your path, whatever it is. He brings additional information and wisdom that could assist you to find your way back, and you can choose to accept the wisdom or not. But what he is bringing is what has been taught him by the divine, the Tao, the source. And what he says is, there are 4 powers to accomplish this. The first power is body power, because that's what we resonate in. This is a body, we're in the real physical world, we're dealing with real physical problems, so we have to use body power to transform blockages at the body level. The next thing is mind power. We have our mind. It dictates all these things in our life, but we don't need to be controlled by our mind. And in our life, our mind tends to control us a lot. It creates a lot of problems. So one of the wisdoms that he teaches is when we use mind power to our advantage, we can transform the body, the soul, the heart, and the mind. So that's the second power, is mind power. Another power is sound power. Sound power is a vibration. It represents, it's like light, it's like any vibration, but it is a power that can bring healing to us. Okay, Divine Healing Hands healers, please turn on your Divine Healing Hands. Offer a blessing to my phone and to the wireless signal so that this is an uninterrupted teaching. The frequency is so high it keeps getting interrupted. So all those that have the healing, please offer as appropriate a blessing to my phone and the wireless. The things that I'm saying are very, very important, but when they get skipped, you're losing some very important information. I don't want that to occur. Okay, hopefully it will relax a little and be a little more solid. Let me get back into the flow. 4 powers: body power, mind power, sound power. The 4th power, which is related to our health, healing, and well-being, how to get back to source, is soul power. It is the most important power. It is the power that nobody really had any understanding of. There is a reason why in all of these 20 books the same thing is mentioned. The 4 powers is mentioned in every book. Soul power is the #1 power, and it is extrapolated upon in every book. How to heal yourself, how to bring healing to others, how to transform your finances, all with soul power. How to transform your relationships, everything is done with soul power. In a nutshell, soul is a golden light being, but not just humans. Your cells are souls. They are golden light beings. An animal has a soul. It is a golden light being. A tree has a soul. It is a golden light being. A piece of sand has a soul. It is a golden light being. How is that possible? We think that souls are only humans, or maybe animals, maybe a tree. I don't know, I'm not sure. Souls are all created by source. Everything comes from source. Everything has source in it, God in it. Therefore, everything has a soul. And this master didn't invent this teaching. He was told it. It's pretty simple. God says, look, everything has a soul. People need to wake up to that. And when you wake up to everything has a soul, you can start to move towards oneness. You can start to fix the problems. The grand unification theory, which is in the soul, mind, body science, is about bringing souls back to oneness. And so how do we accomplish that? I'll repeat a wisdom and teachings from yesterday. You might have heard it. You might have heard it a little bit yesterday, and you'll get a deeper aha today. The teachings are, from 1 becomes 2. From 2 creates 3. 3 goes back to 2. 2 goes back to 1. It's a circle. Circle of life, however you want to look at it. From 1 becomes 2. The frequency is so high. Clear the blockages. Clear the blockages. From 1 becomes 2. From 2 becomes 3. 3 goes back to 2. 2 goes back to 1. 1 returns to Tao. Okay? So as we find our way back to the Tao, we have to recognize that if we came from 1, 1 has the highest frequency, the highest of everything. When we become 2, heaven and earth, that is a lesser frequency because it's yin and yang. It's half of each that makes up the whole. Instantly an imbalance is created. Various teachings vary on this, and I'm certainly going to be out of alignment with the exact teachings. But generalized, the Bible would say something like, Lucifer fell, okay? And then there's heaven and then there's Lucifer. Well, okay, I got no issue with that. Let's think of it like yin and yang, dark and light, however you want to look at it. There is a separation from oneness, okay? And we're living in that separation, and we're operating through this physical body to accomplish some result. And this master has brought to us a path how to return to health, how to return rejuvenation, how to return immortality. Starting with the comprehension that we're all souls. Starting with the comprehension that we can affect our soul by raising its frequency. Then he gives us the tools to raise our frequency. The 4 powers. Body power, soul power, mind power, sound power. And more than that, he puts power into the books. He says the book doesn't have karma. The book doesn't have blockages. It doesn't have mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs. It doesn't have ego. It doesn't have attachments. He says, I can put 1,000 times more power into a book to heal than I can a human being, because if I put that power into a human being, they'd probably get sick or harm themselves. They could literally have a heart attack if you put that much power in a human being. So power can be transmitted through a true master, and he's trying to help humanity as much as possible, but they can't handle it in most cases. We have to step up baby steps little by little. So he puts the wisdom in the books, gives the power into the books. We just got to do the practices. We do the practices, we raise our elevation, our frequencies, and we slowly go about the healing and the returning back to the source as best as we can anyway. And so, to go back to 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 returns to 2, 2 returns to 1, 1 returns to Tao. We're raising our frequency. Dear Divine Healing Hands Healers, please continue to bless my phone. Bless the signal, I tell you. This is it's just the phone does not know how to handle this. Okay, do the best I can. How do we raise our frequency? Soul power. What has a higher power than a human being? What has a higher frequency than a human being? Well, we just figured that out. Heaven and earth. Okay? Earth has a little bit lesser frequency than heaven. Heaven has a little bit lesser frequency than original creator. So how do we get their frequency? We ask them for it. And it's very simple. It's called soul power. You're the soul of beloved Mother Earth. You've been here 4 billion years. I love you. You are such a benevolent being. You give me breath. You give me life. You're unconditional in your service no matter how much we hurt you. I love you. Could you please give me a blessing to elevate my frequency? We call it Shen, Qi, and Jing. Soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. So that I can raise my frequency to yours. So that I can become healed, become a better servant, become more one. Now, who's the other one? Well, we have heaven, right? What's heaven consist of? Stars, planets, galaxies, universes, Jesus, Buddha, Mother Mary, Krishna, Ganesha. They're all heaven. Let's ask them for a little assistance. Do you think that their frequency is a little higher than ours? Yes. Okay. So the path is simple. We came for 1, we became 2, 2 had a baby, made a human being. We're down here experiencing life, going through hell, going through the best we can, trying to find our way out, trying to find solutions to the problems, and we have the answers. It's called soul power. We ask Earth, we ask Heaven, we ask them to assist us. We invoke the power that's been transmitted to the books. We follow the stepping stones to elevate our frequencies. When we apply this, also in combination with practices to serve others, with things that generate good karma. We want to generate as much good karma as possible, because it's our blockages, our unpleasant choices in this and other lifetimes that create karma blockages, relationship blockages, financial issues, physical issues. It doesn't matter if you're suffering, it's a blockage. And the source is the same. It's wrong choices we or our ancestors made, okay? And so we clear those by doing good service. We clear those by elevating our frequency. The grand unification theory says that we are all one. And the path back to that can be done through the 4 powers. Now, Master Sha put 2 special blessings into this book in the form of a calligraphy like the one behind me. Again, he won an award. But it wasn't for the art. Well, it was for the art because those that he was showing this to are clueless as to his true power. But he was doing miracle healing with it. He would write a calligraphy, put power into it, and people's sufferings would disappear on the spot in many, many cases. So that wakes them up at the very least. But they gave him the award for the calligraphy. In any case, in this book he put in 2 calligraphies. This is the one we're going to use today. I'll talk about the other one. The other one, you'll see, and it's backwards in your image, I know, I apologize. But what it says is S plus E plus M equals 1. Repeat, S plus E plus M equals 1. And then he has the calligraphy. This is Shen, Qi, Jing becomes 1. Shen, Qi, Jing becomes 1. S plus E plus M equals 1. What is Shen? Soul, heart, and mind. That's Shen. What is E? That's energy. That's the symbol here. Qi. You've heard of Qi, Qigong, Tai Chi? That's the symbol for Qi right here. So E is energy. So you have English, you have Mandarin Chinese. M is matter. We are made up of the soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. So what he is saying, the grand unification theory that ties all universes together, all gravity theories, every theory that's ever been thought of by a physicist, what he was told by God was that the solution, the grand unification theory, is soul, heart, and mind plus energy plus matter equals 1. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 returns back to 2, 2 returns back to 1, 1 becomes source. Repeat. Hopefully we don't have to repeat. We'll find out. Anyway, the last one is becomes 1. Okay? So that's what this mantra is. Now imagine the power put into this, and all we have to do to receive healing is connect. Dear the soul is calligraphy. I love you. As I trace you with my fingers, please bless me. And just the frequency that comes off there clears blockages. Why? Because it's returning your imbalanced yin and yang frequencies back to oneness. Okay? Hopefully I've explained that in a simple enough way you can grasp the basic realities of it. Try and read the book now. That's a whole other thing. Remember, it's co-written by Master Sha and a physicist. So there's some deep, deep physicist teachings in here that have been stated in a layman way. But I tell you, I go into 5, 6, 7 pages, I'm like, fall asleep because the frequency is so high. I still have not completed this book. And it's been out for almost 2 years now. But the power in there is extraordinary. The calligraphy that I'll be tracing on your behalf today and the mantra we'll be chanting today is from this one. This states in Mandarin Chinese form, Tao becomes 1, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 returns to 2, 2 returns to 1, 1 returns to Tao. That's what it actually states in Mandarin Chinese form. Okay? And I'm going to trace it on your behalf. I'm going to ask it to serve you as part of the healing and the practice today. So, I've seen some wonderful comments, especially from the newer people. I appreciate that. Again, it's very important. One of the things to identify a good teacher is a teacher that has no ego and a teacher that teaches his students. Never take credit. Thank you, Master Sha. Thank you, Divine Tao Source. I'm humbled to be a servant to honor your teachings and to serve these students with your teachings. If it brings value to their life, wonderful. So go buy the book if you're more on the idealistic scientific side, but all of his books will serve you. My recommendation, if you're new to this, start with Power of Soul, probably a very good beginner book, Power of Soul. Another really good one if you have relationship issues is called Divine, it's a red book, what's it called? Divine Transformation, I think. So anyway, it's got a lot of good books. But today, let's do this practice, okay? How do we refill our life force? By raising our frequency to heaven and earth's frequency and then to the source frequency. That's how we rebuild our life force. Where we put our thought where we put our mind, where we vibrate, where we place our hands. The soul power itself is what creates the shift. Okay? So let's do this together. Sit up straight where you're at. Bring your back away from the back of the chair. If you're lying down for any reason, do not chant out loud. Always chant silently. Why? Because it will drain your energy if you're chanting out loud when you're lying down. Bringing the back away from the back of the chair is an aspect of body power. It allows heaven and earth to come through us without impingement, without impediment. We have a hand position for when we initiate the invocation. And that's called the Soul Light Era hand position. I will offer you a different hand position for this practice itself. Okay, so we place our hands in front of our heart center just like a prayer position, but we drop the left hand. It's going to be opposite in your camera. We drop the left hand in front of the heart center. The right hand remains pointed towards heaven. This is called the hand mudra. It connects heaven into our heart center. Okay. And for those that can feel energy, you'll actually notice a difference. If you connect and you start with, let's say, a prayer and you ask to connect, just feel the top of your crown. And then if you put this in front of your heart center and then do the same invocation, if you're sensitive to energy, you'll immediately feel a difference. Okay, we're going to do a connection practice, which is calling in the soul power. And then we're going to do a short forgiveness practice. And then we'll move into the actual mantra that you're just going to have to learn as we go. Kristen, it's okay to go ahead and post the mantra for us. I've asked wonderful universal servant Kristen Rojas. She's been assisting me all this time. An amazing soul. Very, very beneficial to the success of how I can bring this wisdom to you guys. And she'll post in a chat the mantra we'll be using, so you'll be able to see that. But for now, just close your eyes and do this connection with me. Dear the Divine, dear the Tao, dear the Source, dear all beings of light, serving the plan of the light side, including stars, planets, galaxies, and universes, including all of the deities that have ever come to humanity to serve, beloved Jesus, beloved Mother Mary, beloved Krishna, beloved Ganesha, beloved Amitofu, Shakyamuni Fo, beloved Kuan Yin, Da Shurjur Pusa, dear Money Buddha, dear Happy Buddha, dear all masters and ascended masters, lamas, sifus, gurus, and angels, healing angels, archangels, all beings of light, heaven's animals. We love you, honor you, appreciate you, respect you, and I bow down to all of you. We ask you to be present at this time in whatever way is most appropriate to assist in this blessing. We ask that as we chant this mantra for creation and reverse creation, that you assist us in our healing and rejuvenation. Assist us in fulfilling our oil lamp. Bless us to fill up our energy. Bless us to return to health as appropriate. Thank you. That's soul power. We connected with all the souls outside of us. Okay? Mind power. I want you to visualize a loop of energy through your body. It's going through the center of your body, up to the top of your head, back down in front of your spine, down to the base of your torso, up in front of you, and through the center of your body, top of your head, back down to your torso. Don't put too much focus on it. Don't put too little focus on it. Very gentle focus. Okay, that's your visualization, seeing the light going around. Light, seeing light go around. Okay, not energy, light. Sound power, I'll tell you in just a moment. Body power. So now we're going to move our hands. Keep one hand here on your heart center. Place the other hand on that dip in your lower back to where the center of your palm is on that dip in your lower back. If it's such that you cannot reach back there, then just place it on your lower abdomen, just below your belly button. But put your mind on that dip in your lower back. Overall speaking, you'll gently watch the light go through your circle, but your mind is near that dip in your lower back, okay? Alright. Keep your eyes closed. I will now walk you through the mantra and then I will chant it. And you can look up to see the words that Kristen has posted in the chat. You can even see it now. We'll go through it together. Go ahead and open your eyes. Forgive me for telling you to close it. And look at the mantra that Kristen has posted. It starts with Dao Sheng Yi. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Repeat. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Repeat. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. What does it mean? Dao Sheng Yi, Dao becomes one. Yi Sheng R, one becomes two. R Sheng San, two becomes three. San Sheng Wan Wu, three becomes all things. Dao becomes one becomes two becomes three becomes all things. Let's do the Mandarin Chinese one more time. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Here's how the mantra sounds. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Again. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. I tell you, this mantra is so strong. Immediately I feel light coming in, my nose is itching. So powerful. Repeat. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Welcome, Master Avi. One more time. Dao Sheng Yi, Yi Sheng R Sheng San, San Sheng Wan Wu. Isn't that beautiful? So that's half the mantra. Remember the order. Dao becomes one becomes two becomes three creates everything. So what's the reverse? This mantra is called Dao creation and reverse creation. Dao creation and reverse creation. Okay? Reverse creation. What are the words? Wan Wu Gui San, San Gui R Gui Yi, Yi Gui Dao. Wan Wu Gui San, everything returns to three. San Gui R, three returns to two. R Gui Yi, two returns to one. Yi Gui Dao, one returns to Dao. Okay? Let's do the second set. Wan Wu Gui San, San Gui R Gui Yi Gui Dao. So, not going to expect you to memorize it, but as I go through it, it'll be very melodic and you're going to catch on very quickly. I am going to trace on your behalf. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to choose something specific that you would like to transform in your life. It could just be, I want to rejuvenate. It could be, I really like some more energy. I would like to sleep better. I've been having some sleep issues. Please help me to balance my sleep imbalances. Whatever. Choose something. I apologize for the poor signal. I am at Master Sha's Tao Healing Center here in Honolulu. The frequency is already high. Every time I have done events here, live stream events, the signal is almost flawless. I gotta tell you, I have not had this much trouble with the choppy signal ever since I've been here. That's how powerful this teaching is. Okay. So as I trace on your behalf, Kathy, hopefully you've been watching for a while. If you just came in, this will be quite confusing. Highly recommend you go back and watch it. Great wisdom, and you'll appreciate what you're watching now. Okay, so this is the calligraphy in his Soul Over Matter, or excuse me, the Soul Mind Body Science System book. It is the creation and reverse creation calligraphy. Very potent. And so I will do an invocation to ask it to go to bless you. Make your request. Let's tell heaven. Heaven can hear you. So do know that if it freezes, the blessings are still coming. Okay, you just have to deal with it. Okay. Dear the soul of this calligraphy, creation and reverse creation, source lingo on calligraphy of normal creation and reverse creation. All the blessings in here, the countless layers of divine Tao source, the countless blessings in here. All the heavens animals. Love you, honor, appreciate you, respect you, I bow down to you. I ask, in whatever way is appropriate, that you please subdivide, go to all the souls watching at this time. As we chant your mantra, please bless us for our request. We are very, very grateful. Thank you. You would do the same thing if you had a book, any of Master Sha's books that have calligraphies, you would do the same thing. Okay? Let us do a quick forgiveness practice, because if we're having difficulty on our journey, always good to do forgiveness. Please repeat after me if it feels comfortable to you. Dear the Divine, the Tao, the Source, dear Creator, my name is Paul Fletcher, Paul Fletcher, Paul Fletcher. State your name 3 times. I love you. I wish to sincerely apologize if in this or any lifetime I have harmed any souls in any way by thoughts or words or actions. I know that to apologize is truly not enough, that I need to be better in my thoughts and words and actions. I need to help people, to serve others. Please bless me today so that I can release some of these blockages, that I can be a better servant. I will continue to learn my lessons. I will continue to do better. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Okay, so that's a simple forgiveness. So we're going to chant. So you might have to look at the words for a little while, but it'll come pretty fast. Dao Shang Yi Shang Ar Shang San Shang Wan Wu Gui San Gui Gui Yi Gui Dao Shang Yi Shang Ar Shang San Shang Wan Wu Gui San Gui Gui Yi Gui Dao Shang Yi Shang Ar Shang San Shang Wan Wu Gui San Gui Gui Yi Gui Dao Shang Yi Shang Ar Shang San Shang Wan Wu Gui San Gui Gui 一轨道，道生一生二，二生三，三生万物，万物归三，三归二，二归一，一归道，道生一，一生二，二生三，三生万物，万物归三，三归二，二归一，一归道。What are we reversing? We're reversing all that we have done wrong. It's called reverse creation. We created good and unpleasant things. And in the creation process, some of our creations have brought negative karma to us. What is reverse creation? It is releasing the karmic blockages. Dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er gui yi gui dao, dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er gui yi gui dao, dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er gui yi gui dao. 3 more times. Dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er gui yi gui dao, dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er gui yi gui dao, dao sheng yi, yi sheng er, er sheng san, san sheng wan wu, wan wu gui san, san gui er, er Igui Dao. Keeping your eyes closed, pay attention. How are you feeling? Do you have vibration in the top of your head, or is there any part of your body that's vibrating? Do you feel lighter, released? Do you feel heat? Let us offer our gratitude, dear the soul of all of those that came to serve at this time. All layers of heaven, Tao and Source, all the holy beings, the heavens animals, and the calligraphy and all the blessings in the calligraphy. Dear Master Sha, thank you, thank you, thank you for this blessing today. I'm very grateful. So please share. I felt vibration right here in this right eye, and on top of my head, and light, kind of like light-headed afterwards. And my hand was vibrating. I was using this hand with all 5 fingers together because they're related to the 5 elements, and my hand was vibrating. Wow, I'm going to read your comment in just a moment, Master Avender. Thank you. So Nina says that she saw some vibration, she felt vibration. And Master Avender, thank you for attending, Master Avender. She says, dearest Master Paul, thank you so much. What a beautiful practice. I saw your soul come out of the computer like an ancient spiritual being. Master Avender has a very powerful third eye. And traced calligraphy for everyone. She saw, I saw your soul awakening the wisdom of Tao in our souls. I saw the path clearing up for her. I ask a blessing for her soul journey. Thank you for the incredible experience. Thank you so much for your sharing, Master Vender. It's very, very, very pertinent to all the souls that are watching. I truly appreciate it. Master Vender is out of the Toronto area. I believe that's correct. So make sure you Facebook friend her, and if you're in that area, make sure you see her. She does amazing blessings. She's also a Kuan Yin lineage holder. So to receive a crown chakra blessing from a Kuan Yin lineage holder, your life blueprint is never the same. Don't pass it up. She's an amazing healer. Sherry says, thank you, thank you, thank you. So beautiful. And Dean Willis, vibrations, thank you. Teresa, really lightheaded and dizzy, lots of heat and vibration. Yeah, that was where I was at. Zilke says, when you began the tracing, her palms got hot and now she has a little kidney pain. Oh, clearing some blockages, great. Kathy Hansen says she felt vibration on top of her head, a beautiful practice, and feeling tears. Wonderful, thank you, Kathy. I think this is your first time here. Great to see you. And Carol says, heart and back, strong waves with heat. Great, clearing blockages in both those areas. Sherry Dowell says it was so incredible. Wonderful. So I think a newer person, Sherry, welcome. And we have Dvorka says, thank you. You're very welcome, Dvorka, and your daughter. CJ, I feel vibrations in her head, kind of like someone holding it a bit warm. Saw calligraphy on red and a red light. Wonderful. Thank you and God bless you. Great sharing. Thank you so much. And Janet says, feeling the need to get some sleep. Good idea. Sometimes we need the processing time. The frequencies can be very high. Kristen says she's driving, so it's a little hard to tell. She was reminded powerfully of the first time she ever heard the CD. Yes, this is the mantra you heard me chanting. Master Sha has created many pieces of music. This is one of them, and it's a gorgeous piece of music. And so you can find it on his website, drsha.com. Everybody recommends you go there, drsha.com, drsha.com. And you could probably spend hours on his website, but they've made it a lot more accessible, but truly there's so much wisdom on there. So try to find your way to the shop and get that CD. It's called Tao Creation and Reverse Creation. Patrice King says, so beautiful, Master Paul. The sides of her feet are hot and feeling lighter. I'm guessing you asked for blessings there. Sherry Dowell says, thank you, grateful to be here. Ringing in the ears for Carol. lightheaded, saw you shift into ancient being. Curious, you saw that, and so did Master Avender. Tears of joy streaming down her face. I'm so happy all your hearts were touched. So much of what I say, in fact all of what I say, is I didn't invent, I didn't create. I'm just sharing what Dr. Master Sha has brought to us. We are so blessed at this time that the divine brings benevolent beings. Divine has brought Dalai Lama. Divine has brought many benevolent beings. Master Sha is one of them. And as I said in the beginning, if this wisdom resonates with you, I encourage you, buy his books. Come to my live streams. They're every day the same time. For those that are watching this after the fact and you wonder when they are, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Australian time, 5:30 India, 12 p.m. in the UK, and 1 p.m. in Europe. So, but do come to my live streams. You'll get these kinds of wisdom teachings and blessings. I do offer significant healing blessings, just like I gave an example with Master Avender. And you can receive blessings for depression, emotional conditions, finances, relationship, blessings for just about any area of your life. And as a student that's followed Dr. and Master Sha as a worldwide representative, they are called miracle healing blessings. So they're not little things. So if you're in need of some blessings, you have significant issues in your life, then know that what you experience today is just a snippet of what you can receive when you receive a blessing from a worldwide representative like myself, like a Master Avender. So if you want to know more, my website's listed above the video. Feel free to go there, check it out. Facebook message me. Happy to serve you any way that best meets your needs. If you're not sure but you'd like to know more, contact me as well. Tomorrow I will be back. I will be focusing more on the energy centers of the Zhong and how we can boost them, how we can bring healing and rejuvenation to all the different areas of our life, but mostly just healing and rejuvenation. If you've enjoyed this, please share. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button that will show up after I complete this. And maybe it's there now, I'm not sure. But please tell your friends about it. Go to Dr. Sha's website to learn more. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.